Hi, good morning to everyone. So, today our class is to discuss the remaining very short answer questions in current electricity. Okay. So, in previous class we will discuss the 4 short answer questions, very short answer questions, and let's now discuss the 5th one. A potentiometer wire is 5 meters long and a potential difference of 6 volts. So, here the potentiometer wire of length is 5 meters and potential difference of 6 volts is maintained between its ends. Find the EMF of a cell which balances against a length of 180 centimeters of the potentiometer wire. Now, we will calculate the EMF of a wire. So, wire of length L is given and voltage is, potential difference is 6 volts. So, and the length is L and small l is also given, capital L is also given. We have the formula, phi equal to, so a potentiometer wire is 5 meters long. Okay, 5 meters means the total wire length is 5 meters and a potential difference of 6 volts, that means voltage V equal to 6 volts is maintained between its ends. Find the EMF of a cell which balances against a length of 180 centimeters, that means small l is 180 centimeters of the potentiometer wire. Now, the given things are given equal to voltage V equal to 6 volts and the capital L potentiometer wire length is 5 meters. 5 meters means it will be converted into centimeters. 5 into 100 equal to 500 centimeters, and next length of the wire is, which is small l equal to 180 centimeters. So, now potential drop per centimeter is, nothing but a formula. We have the formula EMF V equal to phi L. Here we will take, this implies phi equal to epsilon by L. This is the EMF and this is the voltage. Okay. What is the difference between potential difference and the EMF? Potential difference and EMF definitions are same. They are adjusted in between the two ends of the conductor, but very small difference. The epsilon, the EMF is independent of resistance, but the potential difference is proportional to the resistance. That is the difference. So, we have both have same formula, phi equal to V by L. Substitute phi equal to V is how much? 6 volts by L is 500 centimeters. So, this is volt per centimeter. Volt per centimeter is the formula. Okay, this is the potential drop per centimeter. We have 500 centimeters. Now, 6 by 500 volts per centimeter. Now, formula we will take the formula EMF equal to epsilon equal to phi L. Epsilon equal to phi L, our formula. So, from this epsilon equal to phi is how much? 6 by 500 into L is 180. Therefore, epsilon equal to 2.16 volts. This is the EMF from 5 meters long wire, which, and yet the voltage drop is, the voltage drop per second is 500 centimeters, 6 by 500. From this we will calculate the EMF, epsilon equal to phi L. The EMF and the potential difference both are the same. Just a very small difference. The EMF is independent of R, that means resistance, and potential drop V is dependent on, that means V equal to IR. It depends on R. Potential drop is depends on R, but epsilon equal to phi L. It is independent of R. Independence of R. This is the difference. Next one. In a potentiometer arrangement, a cell of EMF, a cell of EMF 1.25 volts gives a balance point at 35.0 centimeters length of the wire. Okay, one length is L1 equals 35 centimeters. If the cell is replaced by another cell and the balance point shifts to 63 centimeters. In this, the balance point is 35 centimeters. The cell is replaced by another cell. At that point, the balancing point is 63 centimeters. What is the EMF of the second cell? For example, we will place first cell. At that point, the EMF is something, and that cell is replaced by another cell. At that balancing point is another one. Now, balancing point is changes. The EMF will be also changes. What is that EMF? That is, we will calculate it right now. So for this we have given that epsilon 1 equal to 1.25 volts and L1 equal to the balancing point is 35.0 centimeters and the length L2 is, this is the shift, another cell is replaced by that cell, then L2 equal to 63.0 centimeters. Now calculate the epsilon 2, EMF of the second cell is how much the EMF of the second cell. So epsilon 2 equal to how much? So we have the formula epsilon equal to phi L, epsilon 1 equal to, formula is there, epsilon 1 equal to phi L1, epsilon 2 equal to phi L2. You can write epsilon 1 by epsilon 2 equal to phi L1 by phi L2, phi cancel, then we will get epsilon 1 by epsilon 2 equal to L1 by L2. So the formula is epsilon 1 by epsilon 2 equal to L1 by L2. From this we will calculate epsilon 2. We have the values epsilon 1, L1 and L2. Then calculate epsilon 2. For this epsilon 2 equal to epsilon 1 L2 by L1. Substitute all these values. Epsilon 2 equal to 1.25 into 63 by 35. We will get epsilon 2 equal to 2.25 volts. On simplification we will get epsilon 2. So once I will repeat it. In this we have just voltage value and the length of the total length of the wire and the small length of the wire we have to given. Now we will calculate epsilon. So for this purpose we will calculate the potential drop V equal to V value, V equal to IR. From this we can write phi equal to V by L, and now EMF epsilon equal to phi L. Substitute in this equation phi and L values, we will calculate epsilon value. Now in this, in a potentiometer we have two lengths and one EMF. The one length is at position 1 point, at that point the EMF is given and that cell is replaced by another cell and the balancing point is also changes. For this the EMF is also changes, but we have to given just one EMF and the two lengths. So that means epsilon 1, L1 and L2 values are given there, and next we will calculate the epsilon 2 value. For this purpose we are using the formula epsilon 1 by epsilon 2 equal to L1 by L2. By using the formula epsilon equal to phi L, from that we can write the epsilon 1 by epsilon 2 equal to L1 by L2. From that epsilon 2 equal to epsilon 1 L2 by L1. Substitute all these values in this, we will calculate the epsilon 2 in volts. And next we will discuss the last short answer question in this chapter. Okay. So next one, a battery of EMF 10 volts and internal resistance 3 ohms. That means the EMF E equal to 10 volts and the resistance R equal to 3 ohms is connected to a resistor. If the current in the circuit is, that means I equal to 0.5 amperes, what is the terminal voltage of the battery when the circuit is closed? That means terminal voltage means we will calculate V. Okay. So for this we have E equal to EMF equal to 10 volts and the resistance R equal to 3 ohms and the current I is 0.5 amperes and capital R, which is the resistance, equal to how much and the V is how much. For this we have the formula E equal to IR, V equal to IR, E equal to IR. For this we can write I equal to E by R. R means here the capital R plus small r. Small r is the internal resistance and connected to a resistance, and capital R is the another resistance. So I equal to E is the internal resistance, capital R is the external resistance. So E by R plus R. For this we can write R plus R equal to E by I. So E is nothing but a 10 and I is a 0.5 amperes. 10 by 0.5 gives the 20. Therefore R plus R equal to 20. For this capital R equal to 20 minus a small r. Small r value is 3. 20 minus 3 gives 17 ohms. So the terminal voltage is, formula we have the formula from Ohm's law, V equal to IR. So we can substitute I is 0.5 and R is capital R is 17. Then we will get voltage V equal to terminal voltage V equal to 8.5 volts. Okay. Once. So in this we have just EMF value 10 volts and the resistance 3 ohms and current I equal to 0.5 amperes. Now we will calculate external resistance and the terminal voltage. For this we have the formula E equal to IR. Here R is capital R plus small r. So for that I equal to E by R plus R, and we get R plus R equal to E by I. Substitute all these values and we will get R plus R equal 20, but we have small r equal to 3 ohms, then capital R equal 17 ohms. We want to calculate terminal voltage, then V equal to IR, I is 0.5 into R is 17. Substitute and we will simplify, then we will get terminal voltage V equal to 8.5 volts. Okay, and this is our chapter current electricity, and tomorrow we will discuss the next unit, our 7th unit, moving charges and magnetism. Okay, thank you.